What's up, y'all? This is Ty. I am here to review season 1, episode 3 of Diarra from Detroit, which is my new favorite show, by the way, that streams on BET Plus, starring Diarra Kilpatrick as Diarra. And this is episode 3, season 1, episode 3, titled The One That Got Away. But before I get into this review, I need y'all to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and I got to give a shout out to my lovely subscribers. Actually, I should have did that. I got to give a shout out to my lovely subscribers, Lamont Simpson, Randall Brown, June BLC, Penny Atif, Miss Lavender, Miss Tasha, and all the rest of you wonderful people who have been holding this channel down and watching my reviews and keeping this channel going and growing. Some of y'all are doing the fitness journey with me, and I appreciate that too. And I see Miss Lavender, you watching this show too. I'm glad. It's addictive, right? It's like it's so much fun. It's so much fun. It's just so much fun. So thank you all my subscribers for leaving comments and liking and keeping the channel growing. And the rest of you, when you get here, just don't stop by. Leave some comments, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and share your thoughts with us. That's what we want to do. So before I get into what this, for those of you who don't know, let me give you the premise of the show. Just a quick recap, because this is a new show. Diarra is a school teacher who's going through divorce, moves back into her mom's home in Detroit, and she decides to go on a Tinder date. She hits it off really well with this guy named Chris on the Tinder date. And then when they go for a follow-up date, he goes missing. So he goes missing. So her friends are like, girl, he ghosted you. He ghosted you. But she doesn't believe that. She believes that something happened to him. And she's correct. So what we're doing is following her as she tries to solve this mystery of what the hell happened to Chris, who now she thinks is Deontay, the missing boy from 1995. And so in this episode, her and her friend Monique, whatever her name is, they team up. And I like this episode. They teamed up because they have a friendship that was a little estranged. And now they're getting back together. And it's like, you see that it's deeper than what we first learned in the first episode. They were really good friends at one point, but something happened. Life, this happens sometimes. You grow apart from each other. And I like that. Like, you can tell they still care for each other, but there's still some sort of resentment. And I like all that being played out. And I like that character of Moni. I really like her. And she has a situation of her own. She's married, but there's some issues going on in her marriage as well. And her and her husband, they got into a little bit of trouble with their business. And she needs the money too. So she decides she's going to team up with Diarra to help solve this mystery, because there's still cash money on finding Deontay, who could possibly be Chris. So I love all that. There's so much going on, but it's in a good way. So you're like, this is interesting. This is fresh. So they decide to team up, and they want to speak to Deontay's mother, Vonda. Now, in this episode, this is what's great. Vonda is played by the legendary Felicia Rashad from The Cosby Show, and, Claire Huxtable. That's what she's most famous for, but she's been in a host of things, and, she kills every scene that she does, and here is no different. It's hilarious when they meet up with her, but before I get into that, let me go back a little bit. So in the last episode, Vonda was chasing the Russian dude. She watched him get shot and killed in the club. So now she's traumatized. And the episode starts with her being traumatized, reliving him being shot, because she's not a private eye. She's not in the police force. She's a school teacher trying to solve some mystery. She's a school teacher, so she's traumatized about that. And I like how they dealt with that. But then there was still some humor in that, because she's in the shower, and I thought this was hilarious. She said, being a black woman is so difficult, you can't take a trauma shower without getting your hair wet. I thought that was so funny. She's like, can't even have a trauma shower because you're worried about getting your hair wet. She has the shower cap on. So funny, so refreshing, you're just hilarious. So I like that scene a lot. So, like I said, so she's going in here, and her and Moni have decided they're going to investigate Vonda, because they're like, listen, this chick maybe she has something to do with her son going missing. What did she do? Now, like I said, Vonda is played by the legendary great Felicia Rashad. And it's like, Felicia Rashad, right? That's how you say her name. Felicia Rashad. And it is like, instantly, they run up on her. Vonda pulling out guns. I'm like, you see her in a different light. She plays excellent roles. But to see her in this like rugged, to see her in like this rugged role, it was hilarious. And she pulled it off very well. So Vonda is no joke. She's rough around the edges. She got a gun. She's in this sketchy looking van that look like you kidnap and do some really creepy things with it. And I like that. And it's like, what the hell is this woman doing? She tells them, get in the car. Y'all want to speak to me? Y'all get in the car. We'll get in the van. They get in the van. She driving off everywhere, going to these sketchy places, picking up TVs, doing all these different things. And I'm like, what the hell is going on with this woman? But long story short, it turns out she's a vigilante, and what she's doing is rescuing people's children. It's some young lady who's down on luck on drugs, and her family wants her back, and she helps get her out of some crack house, trap house, whatever you want to call it. And she has Vonda with her, and she is Vonda. She has Diarra and Moni with her. She's like, listen, you take this back. We're going to go in this crack house and get this girl. And that scene was hilarious, and she's tough as nails. And then we learn when she's having this conversation, when they have the conversation with Vonda, what we learn is maybe Vonda didn't do this. She's a vigilante. Maybe she didn't have anything to do with her son being missing. And the things that she explains to her, what happened that day, and how, she was just trying to teach Deontay a lesson, and then he went missing, and it ruined her marriage. Her husband drank himself to death because he blamed her. You kind of feel like maybe she's not involved. But Diarra doesn't trust her enough to tell her, I think that Chris is Deontay. She doesn't tell her that, and that's understandable. But it was such a good episode. Other things that happened in this episode that I liked. I liked how Diarra had to deal with her own trauma and had a conversation with Danger, that's the dude who robbed her or broke into her house in the first episode, and then have a conversation. She's telling about how she saw somebody get shot, and he's like talking her through that and helping her deal with that in that manner. That was good. Well, a lot of stuff was crazy. They done stole a car. They done stole Diarra's ex-husband's car in this episode. We see Aja working her magic to get her, get her connections with high-profile people off the ground. And, she's got her business, which is hilarious. She's hilariously called blowjobs when she's talking about your hair or something like that. Hilarious. So I thought this episode was really solid. Keeps you interested in the characters. The show is real funny. There's a drama in it. They talk about trauma and the disappointment and so many relatable things. And just, divorce and things that you could really relate to. But then they throw some humor on it, so it's not too heavy. It's light enough, but it's not too heavy. It gets you on the topic, and it keeps you intrigued. And the pace is great. And the characters are lovable. I'm loving this show. I like the way it unravels. And just when you think, oh, she's on to something here. Oh, this is happening here. Oh, that's happening. Some other twist happens. And like I said, they stealing cars. She done stole her husband Francois's car. I'm like, it's so funny and relatable. So that's my review of this episode. Tell me your thoughts. If there's anything you think I left out, leave it down below. So again, please like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you all in the next video. Oh, before I go, make sure you check out my other videos. Check them out. I got fitness journey You see them guns? I know you don't see them yet, but you know what I'm saying. I got a lot going on, a lot of good things going on. But check out my other videos. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and let's keep this channel going and growing. All right, I don't want to start rambling. Thank you for watching. You all be blessed, and I will see you all in the next video.